Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I am having a fantastic day. The comments on the last episode for this fireplace that we did, basically said, all brick. It was, I went a little too far, so we're gonna try this as a fireplace design. The other alternative is we could just do something real simple like that as well. Maybe we like that a little better. For now, I think this is fine. This is what we're going to go with for the time being. And you know what? Let's leave the little feet on it. Why not? I want to try something a little bit different as far as YouTube goes. And I want to talk about this at the beginning of the video because most people tend to watch the beginning of a YouTube video. And the farther you get into the video, the less people end up still watching it. So I want to talk about this briefly at the beginning of this video because it's very important. I have heard through the grapevine that YouTube does not really like daily uploads anymore, which is that was a big surprise to me when I heard it. I don't know if it's actually true or not, but somebody told me, someone who I trust, told me that YouTube's algorithms no longer are a big fan of doing daily videos or videos every or even multiple videos a day, anything like that, and that you're better off now doing like one video every other day. And I don't know if that's true or not, and I don't really have access to data from any channels other than my own, so we are going to run an experiment, I think, for the next, I don't know, maybe like the next 2 weeks. Maybe we'll run it for like the rest of July, just to see if it's true or not, to see if that's the case. And there are upsides and there are downsides. The downside is that it means less content overall, but the upside is it means I basically have 2 days to make a video instead of 1 day, which means the videos themselves should end up being better videos overall, because I'll have twice as much time. And also, I have been reading the comments in the last few episodes, and I've been trying to do, and also this applies to kingdoms as well, by the way. The 2 builds that I'm majorly working on right now, the manor in Hermitcraft and the kingdom in kingdoms, are both builds that I'm trying to do a lot of the building on camera, which is something that a lot of people request. So I've been trying to do a lot of the building on camera, but the problem with that is it is very, very time consuming when it comes to actually putting it into a video. Because if you think about it, you do something relatively small, right? You do like, I don't know, a chimney, as an example. We'll use the example from last episode. It takes maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes to build that chimney. If you do the whole thing on camera. The problem is a video is only like 20 to 30 minutes long, so suddenly you've taken up basically the entire length of that video building a single chimney, and then it feels like you really haven't gotten anything done. So I have been reading the comments on that, and I think what I'm going to try to start doing is trying to strike a bit more of a balance between building on camera and building off camera. I'm not going to stop building on camera entirely, because I know there are a lot of people who do like that style. And I don't want to just like entirely do away with that. But at the same time, I also know that there are people who prefer the more edited style of video with more jump cuts and stuff like that, where it's more like, I guess you would say more like progress updates, kind of. Right? Like, you do a thing and you're like, and we're back! And now the thing that I've been doing is done. And you don't really show much of it on camera. So I'm going to try and strike a bit more of a balance between those 2 styles. Do some things on camera, do some things off camera, so that we're getting more done in each episode. Especially if I have like 2 days to make a video. That means we can get a lot more done in each episode. So that's kind of what we're going to experiment with. We're going to try this for like the rest of July, I think. I think I'm going to just basically do Kingdoms and Hermitcraft right now. I think I don't know that I'm done with Pixelmon, but I think the viewer interest for Pixelmon has gone down pretty considerably, and I think from what I have heard, YouTube doesn't really like it when you have one series that is significantly less popular than all of your other series. So we are going to try... Okay, there's a block missing there as well, right? Yeah. So we're going to try that. And, oh, there's a whole thing missing here. This is all supposed to be glass. Also, you guys told me what happened to this glass shop. And I have to say, I am extremely disappointed that a certain someone on the server decided to use my glass shop as an advertisement and blew it up and didn't even fix it. I think that that's like grounds for a lawsuit right there. I think we may end up suing a certain someone who misused, trespassed, vandalized, and caused intense property damage to my glass shop. There may be a lawsuit in the works. We will see. I haven't decided just how much emotional trauma it has caused me, and how I'm consulting with my attorney to see if I can figure out what my emotional trauma is worth. Because I'm very attached to that build. It's probably my favorite thing that I've ever built in my entire life, and to see it misused and vandalized in such a way, well, you know, that's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. Yep, that's what it's gonna be. Anyway, all right, I repaired the damage mostly. There is a little chunk there where glass is supposed to go, but I'm gonna leave that for now. So, in the spirit of getting stuff done, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to return to the manor, and I'm going to start decorating some of the rooms and working on some of that kind of stuff. And I will come back to you. Oh, actually, I should grab some stuff for item frames. I will come back to you after I've got a room or two taken care of. All right, guys, I am back, and I hear... okay. I was hearing a villager. He's apparently right outside my house, like right here. Anyway, I've got the first two rooms done, I think. So this is our little, our mud room, or our foyer, if you want to be fancy. Foyer, I've heard it pronounced both ways. Mud room, entrance, call it whatever you will. Anyway, and then here, this is not a dining room, but I wanted it to be... I guess you could call it like a social room, if you will. A room where there is a table. I suppose you could technically eat in here if you want, but this is going to be the main dining room right here. This is going to be like a big, almost a banquet hall, if you will. So this is going to be the main dining room, but in here I wanted to have a little bit of a table, some overhead lighting, a little bit of storage up here for some stuff, because I do want this to be a functional Minecraft base as well. To have all the essentials, you know, storage, crafting, etc., although probably not a ton of storage and crafting and stuff. But I think overall, like, I'm pretty happy with this. We did a little fancy thing here with the carpet, where we used some carpets and some full wool blocks to give us just a tiny bit of depth in the floor, and make it look like the rug is kind of... it has some more texture to it, if you will. I really like this look. I think that's a B-dubs trick. I think that's where I learned it. Anyway, and then there's some armor stands, because that's the closest thing we have in Minecraft to coat hangers and coat racks. So I figured a couple of armor stands, a little bit of lighting, some greenery to kind of brighten things up a little bit. And then in here, we kept it pretty simple as well as far as the wall decorations. There's a shelf up here with some flower pots. Just a little painting over here, and in here there's just a bookshelf with a flower on as well. Lots of empty space up here. We might do something with this, but I don't know. I kind of like the fact that this is a much larger hall. Also, you will notice that right here, I did lower the ceiling a little bit, and I think I have just played myself, because I can't reach it. Okay, tell you what, we'll do it right here. Did I get all the... Nope, there's one right there as well. Okay, anyway. So this was the original ceiling height, which looked very, very ridiculous for a room of this size. So I just lowered the ceiling by a couple of blocks. And I think this looks significantly more realistic to have the ceiling here in a small room like this. In here, in a bigger room, it's totally fine to have the lofted, the very high ceiling. Same for like this room. But some of these other rooms that are smaller, we're definitely going to want to lower the ceiling to make it, you know, make sense. So I think next I want to tackle this room right here. And this is going to be sort of a lounge, or maybe like I guess that would probably be the best way to put it. A lounge or another living room. Fireplace. I'm thinking a couple of sort of like lounge chairs. Definitely some bookshelves. Don't know exactly what I want to do yet as a bookshelf design. I'm kind of thinking I might just make this entire wall a bookshelf, a bunch of bookshelves. Like this could almost just be a library, and I think that would actually be fine. And actually, if we scoot this one block to the right, like so, then those are centered, which then allows us to do some things with it. So let's just grab maybe some spruce and some dark oak like that. And I'm thinking what we want to do is go up here and there. I'm just going to drop a little torch down there so we don't have to fill it in. And then we'll do the same on this side as well, and then we can cover the whole thing with dark oak slabs. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run out. No, I actually have just enough, but that'll give us some bookshelves. Do we like that? It's okay. It definitely feels a little big, though. I think I would rather just set it back. We'll get rid of the extra depth because I think it feels a little bit too fat for a room of this size. It takes up just a little bit too much space. But we'll kind of keep the same basic idea and just do that instead. I think that looks perfectly fine. You still get the nice separation. You get a nice little bit of contrast with the dark oak and stuff. But I think I definitely prefer that look over what we had before. Which means maybe we want to shift it back over here. Let's just see. If we end up doing that, that means we're going to end up getting rid of some of this stuff. As I said earlier in the episode, trying to strike a balance between doing on-camera building and off-camera building. So this is the part where we're doing the on-camera building. This room I want to do together. We did the last one apart. I did it on my own. And the last two rooms, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, I think I like it better here, because then it gives us a little bit of space here in the corner for, you know, whatever we want. Now, as for right in front of the fireplace, we definitely want some chairs. Do I have dark oak up here? I do not. Okay, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I have... Do I not have a crafting bench? For real? I guess not. I mean, okay, I guess we'll just take this one. I don't know what happened to my crafting bench. I know I had one. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Okay, so in here, one of these has dark oak. There we go, dark oak logs. Let's just grab that, and let's make a couple of stacks. Make me some dark oak stairs. Make me some dark oak slabs. And I think what we can maybe do is, like, right here, we can put just a nice little kind of couch, just right, this is almost like a love seat more than a couch, right? And imagine that this is like black leather and not, or like a dark brown leather instead of dark oak. It's the closest thing we have to the color that I'm envisioning if this was real. But just imagine sitting on here in front of the fireplace in a nice cold winter. Ah, so cozy. That would be wonderful. Anyway, over in this corner, I think we're just going to put a little table right here. And on said table, I think we'll put maybe a chest and, or maybe we just put a chest there. We just do that, right? There's gonna be a chest of stuff for whatever we want, or we could even put a couple of chests. Just make a couple more and go boop, boop, like so. Because as I said before, I want this to be a functional Minecraft, place as well. I don't want it to just be, a house. I want it to be able to be, I want you to be able to live here. If this was your Minecraft base, I would want you to be able to live here as well. Now, somewhere in a chest, I know as an absolute certainty that I have brick. I don't know where I put them. I bet they are with my crafting bench. What you want to bet I dumped everything into a shulker box? Like this one. Yeah, yep, and there's that crafting table. See, I know myself. I do things like that. Okay, so up on the fireplace, I'd like to have some flower pots again, but there needs to be color contrast with the brick. So maybe some nice white flowers, and maybe in the middle, we'll go with a blue flower. Maybe something kind of like that, just up on the mantle above the fireplace. If we had, or actually, no. Much better idea. Hold on. Of course, I'm a fool. There's a perfect thing to put right here. And that, of course, is the painting of the man. Because that's like the iconic thing that hangs above the fireplace, right? A painting of that guy. Although, that is definitely the... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, can you not break it? That is definitely the painting we want, but I want it here. Not the ugly dude, not the ugly pixel one riding a bike. I want the fancy man in the suit. There we go. Right there. Beautiful. Okay. Very nice. I like it very much. Okay. So then we have this little corner over here, and I think maybe what we can do there, let's just do a little test. Let's just see. First of all, let's see if I can remember this recipe. It is that. Okay. Let's just make a couple of barrels. Just a few. I think 4 will be enough. And let's go 1. Oh. Would help if I was actually using the barrels. Let's maybe do something like that. Just have a couple of barrels in the corner there. And they can be, it's storage. We can just say that they're storage. Because the thing is, a lot of houses, they tend to kind of accumulate clutter. I don't know if you've ever noticed that in a house, but that's the thing that happens. And then maybe on the other side, we'll just mirror the bookshelf thing again. Because I think that actually looks really nice. So what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Okay. And then we'll just cap it off with some very nice dark oak slabs, like so. Grab ourselves the bookshelves and fill them in. Thankfully, these you can get fairly easily at iTrade from librarians. They're like roughly 2 to 3 emeralds per bookshelves, which isn't too bad. Someone needs to tell Impulse, though, that he has to restock his emerald supply at iTrade because I bought all of them because I'm lazy. But something like that could work. And then I think what we'll do is right here, we will once again do a nice little carpet thing. So I think we'll kind of lay out something like that. I think this is about the size I want the carpet to be. And we're basically just going to make a rectangular carpet like so. Now, we may, in fact, we probably will change this later to be, in fact, you know what? I think I actually would like it better if this carpet was wider. We will probably change some of the carpets later to be a different color of wool. Like, I think maybe we'll go with like a dark gray, because I think the white is a little bit too bright, but it's the only wool that I actually have with me right now. So I will probably change this later to like a gray or a dark gray or maybe a brown. Or maybe we'll go with a color like green or something as well. Something along those lines I think could look very, very nice. So there we go. We've got like a nice little study or den or lounge or living room. A nice little place to sit down in front of the campfire, read some books, and all that kind of good stuff. And as far as lighting goes in here, we do have to be kind of... we got to pay attention to this. So right here, we look at block. We're at 2, which is not good at all. That's a very, very bad lighting level. Thankfully, we're getting light from windows, I guess? What's transparent that it's actually letting light through? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It is really quite literally irrelevant. So what I want to do here, grab some fences, grab some lanterns, and we're just going to hang a couple of lights, maybe here and here, and we'll go 1, 2. Or maybe even better. I think I like this better, because this will make sure that the whole place is lit up. We'll hang them. I don't like that, though. I wish you could choose not to connect certain... Like, I wish I could hit this with a stick and make it not connect. That would be a lovely feature for you to add, Mojang. Just saying. I would be very much in favor of it. But I suppose what we could do is maybe go post here and here. Hang a lantern on each. And now we are at 9, 8. We still are in mob spawnable light levels right here. So we'll also hang one there and there. Just a couple of lanterns to kind of, make sure everything is lit up. And then over here, 10, 8. Yeah, I think this is all going to be good because of the campfire. 7, but they can't actually spawn on chests. And up here, we are at 7. But if we're not putting anything on the mantle, then we could just go and put this on the bottom half of a block like that. And it will look just fine. So there we go. We've got a nice little room over here as well. And I think I am quite happy with this overall. We've got the first 3 rooms of the house done. We've got a nice little study in here, nice little living room and foyer, or foyer, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And overall, I am quite happy. But I am out of time for this episode. So guys, I think I am going to call this one here. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.